The Arcturian Council. The Gatekeeper. The Keyholder. You're listening to the original voice of Starseed Ambassador Arcturus Ra for the Arcturian Council.
Greetings, beings on the planet, wherever you are, of light, of the source. You might wonder what has happened after December 21st, and nothing is to be seen. Well, it's because it is to be created. It is up to you, and it's your responsibility to create that and make that happen in your life. If you want to get technical, it's like this. The impossible templates, the light templates within the light body are established, meaning you have access to knowledge that you haven't had before. You have access to spheres that you haven't had before. So meaning the next 10 years you will see inventions that will blow your mind, that will defy the law of physics, because it's the old paradigm, and the old paradigm is gone. See, after 2012 there's no more predictions. Nothing can be predicted. There's no more date, because right now is what you do with it and how you create in the now. And that makes that even more so important, that with your divine input you help recreate this planet, because Earth is already established. Now it's time for the new beings and the new species to establish themselves. And what you do is, you know, you could be like that you are, for example, you've been wifey 15 years, all of a sudden you wake up and you got downloads of quantum physics, and you want to plot it down and write it down in your book, and weird symbols and knowledge comes to you. Well, I suggest get up, start writing, start interpreting what you're doing, and get to work. Find engineers, find people that can help you transmit the knowledge that you have right now, because the idea is, as in a whole, to build cities of light all around the planet. Meaning, for example, photonic substance, as in the concrete, that lights up your building. Oval, spherical, pi, the golden ratio, the golden means, Fibonacci spiral. Look at how bees built the hives, how everything is divided by nature, how everything is interwoven into each other like an unending storyline, and there's actually no beginning and no end. Is the great thing is what the human race has yet to realize is you have made it after 26,000 years. It's a great deal. It was a great deal for the shamans to help us along the way to stabilize our emotional body to be here. So I'm very proud to be here and to share this with you. So now you know is basically stop cyberbullying, stop complaining, stop getting at other people what they're doing wrong. It is up to you right now. What are you doing? What are you doing with it? And how is your blessing returning to you? And how is it answering to you? For those that are inventors and creators and have stuff that works, put it out there. Put it on YouTube. Let the world know you exist, so we can find you and we can get an alliance of scientists together and set it up and show them, see, these are the bubble domes. This is how we're living. Everything is photonic. Everything is filled with orgonite. Energized beds, sun beds that are photonized, grids and layers, your entire house, an interdimensional connection to your higher self, so you can understand yourself and see yourself better. Remember the movie The Never-Ending Story, when Sebastian meets Atreu. Atreu is actually the higher self version in the tale from the Earth version. So we are fairy tale creatures. We are powerful beings. And look at this beautiful view around us. You're a little pebble. You have this much time of existence to explore this. So I suggest make the best of it. Peace and namaste.
Greetings everyone, this is Krista, coming live to you from the Grand Canyon where it is deathly cold. And I just want to share that, well, we're all going through similar things. Personally, I've been feeling extreme fear and terror being so high up here. Maybe it's something internal, maybe it's the energy. Sometimes it can be quite confusing, you know, what is your own thought, what is that of another, because many of us are actually becoming somewhat telepathic, you could say. Someone thinking something and then somebody saying what they're thinking the next moment. Truths coming up after the 21st. Many things were revealed about many people, including our very selves. And yes, everyone is an aspect of yourself, but all of creation is kind of choosing to go, you know, travel the spheres in the direction that they want. And we can share our experience, but your experience does not have to be my experience, and I have the right to choose so. At the moment, there are many of us that are going at a very, very rapid speed, especially this week after the first. We're accelerating, you know, shifting gears into a new sphere. So you've been traveling this old sphere, which is kind of slow, and now you're being offered a new sphere that's actually going at an accelerated rate. So those who are not traveling at that accelerated rate will be going elsewhere, and it's learning to let go, even if it was somewhat of a rewarding relationship or an attachment or an old habit that you had. It can be difficult to let go of that because you have these cords. And what I like to do is simply I invoke Archangel Michael and I cut all the cords to that which no longer serves my highest good. And a lot of us, especially if you're like myself and you're extremely empathic and you pick up on everybody, you're supposed to clear yourself at least twice a day, Archangel Michael, whoever you work with, because when you're feeding off of a thought or an emotion, you're actually sending cords of light to that attachment, whether it's a cup of coffee or an old best friend that is no longer serving your highest good. And you have to send it off with love. So we're actually being pushed into our purpose. It's a little bit scary because you notice people offering you, job gigs here, or opportunity to speak your truth on the radio, something like that. If you're an artist, you'll be asked to create more art. If you're a healer, you'll actually have lots of people coming to you for healing. That's this year. It's what we've all been asking for. Last year was somewhat of a test, and we've all passed the test, so we're still here. And if you're in joy, then you know you're on the right path, and it's all about trusting that you are on the path and trusting that there has been a path set up for you, because God would not leave you alone. And that is my message for all of you today. Remember to be in your passion, be in joy, and trust. Thank you.
Namaste, family. We're here at the Grand Canyon in Arizona. It is January 3rd, 2013. As my brother said, with all these transitions and things going on, the focus right now in the predisposition for your true self to take hold in this 3D consciousness. What I wanted to speak about was the speed and velocity of that. What it's like is you're driving on the freeway and everyone on this planet is going 30 miles an hour. All of a sudden, you see a bunch of starseeds in a car fly by you like they're standing still going 200 miles an hour. Okay? Fly by you like, almost like if they're going by so fast you didn't even see them go by. My analogy being, more things which are now available to you, the frequencies which now are available to you, the ability sets which are now available to you, all of these things that are from upper dimensional consciousness, that which are now being processed in 3D, are now available to you. I can't picture a place where I wouldn't be using my psychic abilities every single moment I wake up. I can't imagine a place where I could be asleep. I can't imagine a place where I wake up and do a 9-to-5 job and all I'm wondering is what I'm going to eat for lunch and what time I have to be home and pick the kids up. Okay? You can do this and be spiritually sound as well. It's not one or the other, it's them combined. Okay? We're all very divine, gracious beings to understand that walking in both worlds is what we're all able to do. Okay? Consciously, as you go through the different bandwidths and the different velocities, color spectrums, as you go up your dimensional planes in all that is you in the I Am presence, remember that each vibration, each color, each synchronicity has a specific time and place for it to be used, For example, don't go into a serious deep meditation when you're driving to work in the morning. Okay? For example, don't try to do very difficult thought forms when you're not in a safe place where the vessel can relax. Take more precedent in your movement, your diet, how you feel, and when you get out into nature, really start to embrace it and feel the energy course through your body. It's not enough just to stand here and take a picture, this is beautiful. Actually feel the energy coming through your body from the ground up. And breathe deep. It's the little things like that that connect you to this planet. It's the little things like that this planet offers you. So always feel blessed, because every day is a blessing. That's why they call it the present. And every day you get stronger. Namaste.
So, greetings to everyone. I do the usual, the way I do it. My body people, friends and participants on this 3, 4th and 5th and multi-dimensional adventure that we call Earth. So, I can say starseeds, I can say human beings, I can say conscious vessels, I can say spiritual energy, I can say luminous, sun source, having a human experience, thinking that you're human but you're not human. Many things can be said to label that, and we all need to label this, label that, label this, label that. What is this? What is that? What is this? Oh, there's a bat. It's, you know, it's what you make it. It's what you create. You know, have fun. Take it easy. I create this. What people have is like, well, I see no ships. I see no elves. I don't know how contact takes place. These all conceptual matters that you new ages have portrayed look ridiculous to us. A lot of people have been predicting this and that and the other. That's why I don't predict anything. All I'm saying is now. And when you go back to my video December 21st 2012, I said maybe nothing happens because nothing in here happens. A lot happened for me. I have a whole lot of other things to share with the world that I'm working on. I have received and finalized and finished new things that will be available, such as Starseed activation oil, soon to be announced, not available yet. That brings back your power systems, an Arcturian system to phase shift, to correct the phase shift of your chakras to make sure that they have the correct spin. Many of you don't know that males heart chakra clockwise, females counterclockwise, and that naturally, and that can be proven magnetically how this spins, how your iron moves in your blood. My main thing why I'm here, what I want to break down to you is what happened on December 21st. First off, for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear and the faculty to feel, the new dimension that we're in right now is you have to feel. It's about feeling your environment, then seeing your environment in a completely different perspective. It's a feel-see thing. And how do I break this down? Okay, we need to edit from here. You need to watch the camera, because if it turns off, I'm losing all of this. Can you do that?
Okay.
Yeah, because the screen sometimes turns off and I don't hear it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
That would help me.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. That's you didn't know that, because sometimes the camera, that's what it wants.
I was trying to get warmer. So.
Okay, so it's not going to be for
It's good now.
Okay. Okay. Here is what happened. Our DNA is changing rapidly. Things are accelerating. We are being pushed. If your best friend has a psychotic breakdown, good. You need to have your psychotic breakdown because your brain is chemically trying to leave the old mold of the construct of that you are thinking that you're human in that bracket, and you're not. You're so much more. So if people have emotional troubles or run through a seemingly dead end, or there's confrontation, that needs to take place in order for the energy to structure itself. So this year 2013 is about energizing, self-realizing, realigning, and understanding this is no longer a world of free will, like I can do what I want to because I can. You can't. It's about the new will, and that is called the divine will. What does heaven or the spirits or the order of the nature or natural happenings around me inspire me to do or to follow? Like go with the flow. So if you understand life as a river, as the natives said that, and that is still valid, the river has a certain stream and a direction it goes to. The way it carves itself through the rocks, the waves and windy roads and the dangerous passages. And if you conduct yourself by staying above the surface of the water, staying away from the dangerous currents, and keeping yourself centered as that happens, you have nothing to fear. So I see for this earth that is still running through the remnants of old programs. That's why a lot of people don't see ships, don't see elves, don't see gnomes or fairy beings or other elementals or ultra-dimensional beings, because your eyesight is like a camera. You have 24 frames a second. That's your pickup rate on average. Now when you step into your avatar body, and that's been proven through CAT scans, when your brain can oscillate and a frequency on the cerebral does a pumping mechanism. The cranial here can measure the bone structure of your head does this. So on average it does this 13 times a minute. They measured shamans, it can go up to 40 times. Now guess what their frame rate of pickup is with their eyesight? Probably thousands or million in between frames of the 24. So if you can build a camera that has a frame rate beyond the speed of light, I say beyond, at a certain sequence that's structured by the brain and an ancient part in the visual cortex is activated, you'll begin to see the invisible world. That will be proven soon with cameras, that people will see stuff on camera that they can't see with their naked eye, such as infrared. Yes, you have to ask yourself, if you get infrared, night vision devices based on infrared, and you look into the sky, you see all of these shiny objects flying through the sky. When you take them off, you can see somewhat, full moon, shimmering sky, and you see nothing. Is because you cannot tap into that frequency of the light spectrum to see that. Babies can do it. People that experiment with the entheogen substance can do it, because they activate the certain receptors that lie where your iris shuts down further. And your iris is your stargate. You're projecting and you're receiving. And science will prove that very soon. So to some I sound like a crazy person right now. Those that know, they know exactly what this is about. So what you can embrace is you have new spirit guides. You have more powerful angels assigned to you. You have different levels of communication coming to you right now, and you have different installation templates for your chakratic grid system that are activating you right now. And we're stepping into something new that I'm working on. Call it a theory before this is being activated, and you have results that can be proven that actually does something to the body. You have a triple chakratic system that wants to be activated, and inspired by my friend Chassanet. We call it the prismatic light fire body. And this is, you have 7 chakras in the third, you have 7 chakras in the fourth, and you have 7 chakras in the 5th dimension, which is we're oscillating now out of 3 going into the 5th. It's not going to be rupturous. It's like our DNA has been prepared till December 21st, 2012 to be able to receive that. So right now when they warn you there's more sunlight out and protect yourself and this and that, I will have stuff like my Starseed activation oil that will have you actually align with the new frequency. The sun will be brighter, it will be lighter, it will be more energy being transmitted through the photons that are hitting you. Thus your DNA is being activated into a space that you can't even fathom. Now understand, the human faculty, for the gods of creation that started this experiment, roughly it needs 26,765 years to get you activated to be alive in this vessel. That's why sometimes even people at a young age die all of a sudden, because they eject, because the soul can't even understand the informational pattern that's coming in right now. So we are blessed with an information that's coming in. Like, I wake up in the morning, I understand that the entire sound scale spectrum, which is proven, actually originally by nature is based on 432 hertz. If you check the ancient Sanskrit, ancient papers, the days of the Kali Yuga are 432,000 days. A lot of sequences are mounting up to that this is the frequency of the original central sun frequency, and that is when your DNA responds. Everything else is myth or just part of the math. It'll be proven scientifically under a microscope what does the DNA do when 432 hertz are being activated and the body receives that. So we have a triple chakrotic system. I'm working on a system that is called the Prismara grid key activation, where we have colors as pearlescent, platinum, sea green, or pink orange. Like, we're coming into new dimensionalities of color spectrums to activate your light body with results and effects. So more will be supplied. And I say, you have to understand now, the karma is instant, because what you cause right now will be instantly coming back to you. So you understand, if you curse, you're bringing the cursed spirit. The more curse words you use, the more you're cursing the light structure of your system. The more your environment is cursed. Meaning you don't have to wonder when your car breaks down, when your fence breaks down, your window breaks, or your dryer breaks, or your heater doesn't work, or the fuses blow in your house, or the light bulbs blow, because you're upsetting your environment, and you are doing it. Or let's say passwords don't work, seemingly, and you know your stuff, you know your setup, and things go crazy, or stuff doesn't work to accommodate or assist you. That means something within you is upsetting the universal construct that is actually here to serve you. And right now, it is not about being on any webpage or bashing this or that person. It's to be observed. What do you build? What does what you do? What is that what you do actually do for me? Is there an effect? Am I in resonance? Am I not in resonance? If there's anything that you're not in resonance with, then don't be there. If there's a dish that you don't like, you don't have to eat it. We are not here to force or enforce or be dogmatic about the new things that are coming in. We are trying our best as in a representation in an earthly form of the Arcturian Council. It's more like an energy signature that manifests through me, through this planet, and what I do, and that is Arcturian. So, you can say, you like this or you like that. What I believe in is that humans can come together, constructive, creating something, everybody passes the brick and we can all build together, and we need to do that and come together. I cannot work with, let's say we're all in the kitchen, we're trying to bake bread because we have a party of people to feed. If somebody is in the kitchen that bitches about the seasoning and all of this, you need to get out. So if you can't support the whole, so the whole holistically can support all, you repel yourself like a cancerous cell. The universe will do that. It'll wane you out if you don't act according to the divine principle that's coming in. Or if you're trying to steal, there is a punishment and you're doing it to yourself. Because the chore, or chores in this, you have to do yourself. My skill or expertise comes from how I channel, how it comes in, how I receive, and I allow myself to out myself. So others can say, well, I wake up in the morning and I have these schematics, or I speak this crazy language. Allow yourself to be it, because this is needed. Yeah. Basically, to put it together, we now have regular quote-unquote housewives waking up and spitting quantum physicalities and formulas. And the husband goes like, honey, you're crazy. But actually, maybe your wife is not crazy. Maybe there's something that she has to say. And I'll urge you, especially the women, get up, get a pen, write it down, write blogs, plot out the information, because we are a hive mind. I and others, we are all ambassadors, and there are many here. And it makes you an ambassador when you step up, you agree that you're that, you're get the brunt from the non-believers, which is okay. That is to be expected. Like, imagine beings looking from the outside into a fishbowl and a fish discussing that their ancestors don't exist, while the ancestors actually look through the fishbowl or looking at the fish that are discussing the non-existence of themselves, which is pretty ridiculous. They'll point that out. Now, all knowledge that comes forth, write it down, put it in a blog, create a website, create a YouTube channel. Stop the cursing if you can. Find out where you are in your center. Have passion and be in the passion. Don't be somebody that always has somebody on the side that is your handler. The handler is the one that drills you. The handler is the one that tells you what you have to do. And all the time you're going through it is like a headache. And you're being exhausted and you want to recover and you want to actually do something else. I say if your passion is something else that you're already doing, have the guts to step up and be like, yo, it's nice that you're helping me here or you're trying to assist me. I don't really feel this. This is not where my home is. Maybe I'm more at home here. Dare to step up. If you want to change your job or create an online job, then what you have to do is you have to have your own passion that you develop for what the energy represents right now. There's many, many opportunities right now to create a market for how do I create my creative online web biz marketing, whatever you want to call it, and be yourself on a camera. And the camera shows the less edits you have, unless you run out of battery life, the more it shows you, can you handle that? Can you speak in front of people? Can you deliver a message? Can you be clear about your intentions? And that is free. That doesn't cost anything. And I always say respect that. If I go to the bakery and I need to buy cookies or whatever, then I pay for the exchange because it's labor that I respect. Same thing when I acquire product. So, on this note, happy crossing. And those with the ascension deficit disorder, don't expect anything from the outside, but expect everything in your power that you can do to bring forth a change. On that note, happy 2013. Nah, what I mean, keep it clean. And you want me to leave? Namaste.